Jar Oil. The company have filling stations across the country, and our rates are relatively cheaper than anyone else across the country. Jar Oil is the biggest producer and distributor of cement in the country with the most competitive prices in the market.
Excellent jam, Wave.
Yo, apply. Yo, luta do de. Luta munulo jël moto nga andil ma xaalis. Hello?
Busel mu fine.
What?
Busel mu fine.
Oh, yes!
Wave acts in Gambia. Deposit and withdraw money, pay bills, and buy mobile credit without fees. Transfer money wherever in the country for only 1% fee. At Wave, Busel mu fine. Wave, your money is yours.
On Tuesday, the 12th of August 2025, I am Peter Gomez, and live on West Coast Radio 92.1 on FM. Online, you'll find us at www.wcr.gm. This is Coffee Time. Politics tops the bill. That's not new. But what is new is the party or political movement that is our focus in this opening hour. With elections for president due to take place next year, several parties, movements, and alliances have emerged this year, with pundits predicting more will surface the nearer we get to the elections. At least 4 of the new political groups have been featured on the program: the Movement to Transform Gambia into a Progressive Nation, Tabahareumi, Reform and Development Party, and the National Alliance for Accelerated Advancement. Well, recently, Joseph Paul Jassey unveiled his National Alternative for Gambia Party, NAFGP. And he wants to discuss the group's aims and objectives, hence Joseph's presence here on Coffee Time this morning. Good morning, Joseph, and welcome to Coffee Time with Peter.
Good morning, Peter.
Very good. Tell us about yourself first.
If you will permit me, I have a 1-minute opening statement to make.
Oh, unusual.
Thank you. Yes, unusual.
Yes, but
please permit me.
When people come here,
yes,
we give them the freedom they deserve.
Very good. Thank you very much.
All right, go ahead.
All right, I'll proceed. I was born and raised in a typical village background, where storytelling served as a powerful tool of instruction and moral formation. The stories, rich in symbolism and wisdom, often contain deep moral and philosophical lessons for the young. One of the moments I cherished and eagerly looked forward to every evening was when, after supper, we would all gather around a fire lit in the middle of the compound and listen to stories. The children had their own watered-down stories to tell. You know, the usual, the hare and the hyena and the bushfowl. But it was the high-caliber stories of human feats of valor, resilience, magnanimity, and integrity, which were quite intriguing and edifying for me. One such story is about the sun, symbolizing a leader who possesses power, vision, and influence. Just as the sun shines selflessly, empowering the moon to reflect light and give comfort during the night, a true leader serves selflessly, empowering the people to thrive in their daily enterprise.
Okay, so why is this? Are you through?
Story not ended yet?
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
In the story, the moon symbolizes the people who reflect and benefit from that leadership. The light at night symbolizes the hope, dignity, and opportunity people experience when leadership has integrity, is selfless, and empowering. The selflessness of the sun is a reminder that leadership is not about personal glory, but about creating conditions for others to shine, even when the leader is no longer in the spotlight. A good leader doesn't demand recognition for every outcome. Like the sun, the leader provides energy, clarity, and direction without seeking applause, knowing that his or her true success lies in what the people are able to become because of the leader's guidance. This metaphorical illustration of how a leader relates to the people is the basis of the founding of the Nationalist Alternative for Gambia Party. This is the kind of leadership the Gambia needs today. That is the kind of leadership the Nationalist Alternative for Gambia Party stands for. Leadership that seeks to be worshipped, not leadership that hoards power, but leadership that empowers the people to shine.
Was that a story or statement?
It was a statement couched in a story.
Couched in a story.
Exactly,
okay.
Peter.
We'll come back to it later on.
Thank you very much.
Tell us about yourself.
All right, like I said in the first sentence of my opening statement, my name is Jassey, Joseph Paul Jassey. I can also refer to myself as retired Captain Joseph Paul Jassey. I was born and raised in Sifo village in the Combo South District.
Yeah,
of
let's
the
just focus on your education and your career.
All right, my education from Sifo Primary School, I went to St. Augustine's High School.
Best school in the Gambia.
Best school in the Gambia. Thank you very much. I also know you did
absolutely.
attend St. Augustine's High School. And so from high school, I landed, these small jobs here and there. And then in 1987, I enlisted in the Gambia National Army.
And how high did you rise?
I rose up to the rank of captain of a boat.
You were with the Navy?
I was Navy.
Okay.
Navigation is my profession.
Okay.
Yes.
And how did you find life? And did you end up being sacked like, most people did? Because you would have served under Yaya Jammeh's...
Of course.
Yeah.
Cutting a story short, after the 1994 Evenema, I became commissioner.
You don't want to call it coup. You're giving it a French.
Of course, yes, coup.
Evenement.
If you like, yes.
Okay. Well, no, not if I like. If
All
you,
right. Yes. So I became a governor of Upper River Region. Lower River Region, Masakonko, based in Masakonko. From there,
So you used to have it good with the former dictator.
Not exactly good. It's just like finding yourself in the corridor of power and experience, and that's how I can consider myself.
Okay.
Yes. So
he never asked you to perform any special assignment.
Not at all.
You would have been honest with that had he done.
I would have been honest with that because in 2006 I became the permanent secretary of the Ministry of Defense. So in fact, from 1997 all the way to 2006, I have been within the corridor of power. I was deputy permanent secretary, office of the president.
People would say you must have been a trusted aide, and trusted aides of Yaya Jammeh have had to do things for him.
Not exactly do things for him. I was an administrator.
Yeah, even as an
As an
administrator.
administrator with integrity, I did what I had to do.
Okay.
In accordance with my term of reference.
You didn't help him move funds, unlawfully?
No, I did not. As the TRRC must have testified, because I was not adversely mentioned, even though I was mentioned twice, or thrice, if for that matter. But that has something to do with my relationships with Yaya Jammeh.
Why were you mentioned then? Because
Yes.
the TRRC was about Yaya Jammeh.
Yes, it was about Yaya Jammeh, but these three people who mentioned me said I was the first soldier they met at the Dancing Bridge. So that was all.
And what did you do to them?
Who?
You. You were the first soldier they met
Yes.
at Denton Bridge.
Actually, I was in a quandary because I used to live in Sifo, drove every morning to report for duty at the Marine Unit. And I met a troop of, they used to be called Tactical Support Group, TSG,
Okay.
at the Dancing Bridge. So I was stopped and asked to alight from my car or I'll be shot.
Oh.
Yes.
And what did you do?
Of course, I had to alight from my vehicle and actually walked across and reported the incident to my commanding officer, as is expected of me. That there is something going on.
They allowed you to use your mobile phone.
There was no mobile phone then. Well, I had no mobile.
So how did you contact?
There was a police post at the Dancing Bridge, if you remember, towards Banjul on the left-hand side.
Yes.
There used to be a police post there. That's the landline I used to call my immediate superior.
So they allowed you to make
No,
the call.
no, Alaji Martin, excuse me, I should have mentioned his name, but he was right at the entrance of the bridge. stopping vehicles from crossing over. So I just had to unobtrusively walk across.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So you did that, stealthily.
Exactly, stealthily,
Okay.
as expected. That if you are witness to a treasonable act,
Okay.
you are obliged, not even obliged, but you are.
So how much time did you spend there, and when did they
almost
let you go?
almost half the day until the soldiers from Yundum who were marching towards Banjul met me there.
And?
Well, I was asked whether I that was one of the guys I was intimate with, and I asked him what was going on, and he said, "JPJ, we are going to overthrow Jawara's government. Are you with us?"
And how did you respond?
At that spur of the moment,
Yeah.
you know, it was a difficult moment. If I had answered in the negative, I would have been dealt with as a loose end.
What does that mean?
Loose end means something that you have not expected in your plans, which could in any way, spoil the plan. So if I had said no, I would have lost my life.
Okay, they would have killed you.
Exactly.
You were sure about that?
I was sure about that.
Okay.
So I said, yes, I am with you.
So you immediately become
So,
a coup planner.
not a coup planner.
Sorry,
Somebody who was
a
caught.
participant in a coup.
Exactly.
In a coup attempt.
Exactly.
Okay.
In fact, in my memoir,
You wrote your memoirs.
I have. I've said that
How did you?
of the knowledge of and participation in a treasonable.
So naturally, when the coup
Yes,
succeeded,
yes, the coup succeeded.
then they started rewarding you up to.
I wouldn't call it rewarding because at that time, quite frankly, there were a cohort of army officers, competent army officers, and I in any
One of whom you were.
I was.
Okay.
Yes. So naturally, I found myself being.
Okay. Don't worry. One day we'll bring you here to talk about.
Very good, very good, very
But
good.
today, let's focus on.
NAFGP.
Yeah, I have to go back to my script to be able to read it out. Nationalist Alternative for Gambia Party.
Yes, sir.
Explain the name first. How did you, arrive at
Nationalist.
this longish name for
longish, all right.
for your
If you
your
would-
party? Yes.
Longest, if you would call it. First
Well,
of all,
the others are easy to,
I know.
NPP, UDP, GDC.
Yeah. That doesn't matter. So, I am of the belief, and those behind me, that this country has lost its soul.
How?
How? A lot of people, I wouldn't say most, but a lot of people in this country are not in office for the public good. They are in office for their own gain. People in institutions, public service, have gone away from their duty to the country, are now concentrated on enriching themselves. And our aim is to restore trust and governance, to restore our nationalism. The fact of being Gambian is what has somehow derailed along the way. So it's man for himself, everyone for himself. So we think with our manifesto and the ideology and vision that we have, we will be able to bring back or reorientate the Gambian citizenry towards Gambia first, Gambia first.
I don't know if you listened to the program yesterday, but I had a UDP politician
Okay, I did not.
on the program, and one thing I asked was, for him to tell me if there was any difference, what the difference was between the UDP's ideology and the NPP's ideology. Mm-hmm. What's the ideology of the NAFGP?
ideology. The ideology of,
Yes.
like I said, is to restore public trust in our governance, to fix a broken system.
Okay, what is broken? What will
What
you
is
fix?
broken? Number one, we'll start with the instrument that governs us, which is the Constitution.
Okay, so you will help
We will-
introduce a
yes.
new constitution.
Not introduce a new constitution, because we feel that the 2020 constitution, which was written through consensus and participation of the citizenry, is good enough, even though it is not
Perfect.
Without, it's not perfect. Obviously, it's not perfect.
And the argument is no constitution, no document for that matter,
Can be
is
perfect. Yes, exactly. Can and is perfect. So we will review the 2020 constitution, if necessary, within 100 days of our governance, be able to take it to the people for a national referendum. That's the first instance. Because since 2016, we have had, the people of their own choice participated in the formulation of the 2020 constitution.
2017, 2016, Barrow,
Yeah,
and
20,
they were waiting.
waiting.
Yeah,
They-
2017.
The
The election was in 2016, yes,
Yes,
but the transition only happened in 2017.
2017.
Yes, January.
So, and then we were introduced to a draft constitution.
Yes.
But of course, we know that it was rejected by the National Assembly. And again, in 2024, we had the castrated version of the 2020.
That's how you describe it?
Exactly.
Well.
Yes. So that too didn't pass. And here we are in 2025, going to 2026, being governed by a constitution that was written in the dark days of the dictatorship. So we have to fix that first.
Okay.
Peter.
Okay.
Yes.
So constitution. That's number one for
Number
you.
one, constitution. Yes.
What else is broken that you will fix?
What else is broken? The health system. We have prioritized what we deem broken that needs to be fixed.
You haven't listened to the health minister recently. He's painted a rosy picture of what's going on now,
Yes.
and a lot more is about to happen very soon.
Yes.
The health sector in this country will be as good as any you'll find in the first world.
If horses could fly, we know government.
Okay, go ahead.
We know, we agree, and we acknowledge that the health service infrastructure is scattered all over the country. Fair enough. But it's the service delivery that's broken and needs fixing. Our hospitals and health centers lack medicines. Peter, how many times have you heard an indisposed person who is flown abroad for not being able to be treated in country? Why is that happening up to this day and age?
Yeah, but you have, people in the West who choose to be treated in the U.S. They fly to the U.S. and I suppose vice
people in the
versa.
West. My friend, what about your fellow citizen who lives in Jassey, who is bitten by a dog, a rabid dog, and who cannot get a vaccine from Jassey all the way to Banjul? And you think that's good enough? That's not enough. Good enough, Peter.
Okay.
This is why we want to fix the
So
health service.
you'll fix health. What else will you
We'll
will
fix
you
health. Education, Peter. I was at a PTA meeting in our neck of the woods. And
Bruceby?
Bruceby, junior and senior secondary school.
Okay.
But this particularly is for the junior school. We were informed by the headmaster, regrettably, that out of a student number of 1,600 plus numbers, there were only 60 textbooks. There was no library. There was no a science lab. There is no home economics lab. So the girls, as you know, had to go outside under a shed and do their.
And this is a public school. It's not a private school.
It's a public school.
Okay.
You know, it's a public school. So we will revamp the education system, both at the basic and secondary school level up to the university level. In fact, we will provide free university education for all and build campuses in every region in the country. That's how different we are from these other parties. We have got vision, Peter. We have got a manifesto here. We have got a website.
Every party has a manifesto.
Very good. I am talking about my manifesto. Yeah. We have got a website that everybody can click on and see what our vision is for this country.
But how are you going to do all this fixing without first dealing with the economy?
The economy.
So are you happy with the economy?
The economy, we will again applaud the government.
For what?
That the economy, from the last records I saw, is doing well. From the World Bank records I saw. So what we need to do is to strengthen fiscal policies, governance, good governance, and ensure that all these loopholes, all these wastages and other improprieties that are taking place at government level are stopped, are clamped down upon. This is our...
By impropriety, do you mean corruption?
Exactly, sir, corruption. And now that you have named corruption, Barrow, in one of his remarks on QTV, said, corruption is as old as mankind. You know, this signals that there's nothing you can do with corruption. It signals a complacency. It signals political willness at the top level, sir, to deal with corruption. We have had instances of, or alleged instances of corruption all over the institutions, government. Barrow says, it's as old as mankind. We cannot do anything about it. Even America is corrupt. But if America is corrupt, every person that is alleged to be involved in any impropriety, financial malfeasance, is investigated. If found culpable, is taken to court. That's what's happening everywhere in advanced and corrupt countries, as Barrow has put it.
Was he not also just being honest about it? I mean, you talk to other government officials, they deny it.
Honest?
Flat out, yeah.
Honest?
Yeah.
No, sir. A leader of, like in my story, well, a leader, Barrow must set an example, must set a direction.
I understand that.
Very good.
But
So,
was he not being honest
how do
by
you mean?
accepting that,
This is happening.
Yes, there is corruption happening.
Yes, under his watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there was corruption under Jawara's watch.
Yes.
There was corruption under Jammeh's watch.
Yeah, but we will not condone that, Peter. We will not condone
How
corruption.
will you deal with corruption then?
How would we will deal with corruption?
Yes. The way it's happening now. So
Now.
if you were to take over from
Yes.
Barrow,
Yes.
how will you deal with the culture of corruption?
Yes. The so-called Anti-Corruption Commission, we will scrap it. We will use...
Well, the Anti-Corruption Commission is yet to begin work.
All right, so
anyway.
yeah, we will take it in the board and just throw it away.
And how will you deal with corruption?
How we will deal with corruption, Peter? We will have a cohort of judicial police attached to the judiciary, all right, who will have the powers to investigate any allegation, to arrest, and to prosecute without any dilly-dally. No more, yes, an opinion, let's wait for this and that. Nothing comes out of it. But we will deal with corruption head-on, and we will clamp on crime and criminality.
What do you think of the judicial system then?
The judicial system. Judicial system falls short of public expectation, we know. I am not very much au fait with the goings on about the judiciary. But of course, in time, we will be able to analyze the real problems that the judiciary faces, particularly with the backlog of people who are being detained without trial. We will definitely spotlight the judiciary in our endeavor. But we are saying that corruption will be dealt with as and when it occurs, not to wait for any audit report. Audit reports, but we will say, every accountant or every auditor will say, yeah, an audit report is a point of opinion. Mm-hmm. And usually what follows from this report is, if a department of government or a unit of government is queried that one and two things are missing, mostly the ministry goes around and studies the report and says, oh, all right, they have missed this document, they have missed this receipt, they have missed that receipt, or probably it's a rule that was not followed to the letter. Okay, so we will give Barrow the benefit of the doubt to say, all right, he may be right in saying that an audit report is an opinion, but not necessarily that if it's an opinion, then you